All right, thank you so much for staying with us. And of course, we have another guest right here. Though not talking music, this time around we'll be going straight into the tech world. And I have with me Olosunde Oladele. I'm sorry about that for assassinating your name. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right, so let's talk tech right now.
Yeah.
You know, as it were, tech is the new gold, right?
Yeah.
So let's get to feel so much about what tech really has to offer.
Okay, as we all know, this is 21st century, and we can't afford to live in the past. Things are changing, development is happening, you understand, like from day to day, you understand. Although I focus on solar systems, installation, smart home systems, and CCTV installation and services, you understand. So it's, tech is a very, in a very wide, how do I put it, like a very wide field, you understand. So you just have to, go for a particular one, you understand, trying to bring solutions, you understand, updated solutions, 21st century solutions, you understand. So that's just...
Okay, so for how long have you been into tech?
Okay, basically 4 years now.
Professionally?
Yeah, when I was still in, I started at my undergraduate level when I was still in Unilag, you understand, so, but professionally now, a year plus, almost 2 years. Yeah.
Okay, so I like the fact that you said tech is like every other field that is very broad. So you've got to narrow where you want to be and what you want to know, what you want to be known for. Now, in the world of tech, where exactly are you trying to narrow down?
Basically, solar systems.
Okay, so what do you mean by solar system?
Like, okay, let me
in a layman's understand.
Using like solar system is just basically, getting energy, like the use of energy from the sun, converting it to electrical energy. You understand?
Okay, so more like a renewable energy.
Exactly.
So you generate your own energy from the sun.
Yeah. So you don't have to you're not fueling anything. You're not using any combustion engine or anything. So it's basically free. You understand?
So how do you go about that? What do you do? What do you use in getting
this is a trick. Like first we have solar panels. What they do is the process is called a voltaic process, you understand. So like the solar panel traps energy from the sun, and converts it to electrical energy, you understand. Then if
the
you
battery
want,
powers
like you can send it to the storage, which is battery, and to the inverter for consumption, you understand.
Oh, so you can either go to the inverter or the battery?
No, it goes to the battery actually, but for larger systems, you understand. Larger systems, like, when we're talking about megawatts, you understand. Like for instance now, the one in Copper Mountain in United States, you understand, like about 700 megawatts. For you to store a storage system for that kind of installation.
Let's take for instance, so that we don't get lost or we don't lead our audience into an angle where they will not understand.
No problem.
This is a two-story building, right?
Yeah.
So what does it take to lit a building of this nature? What does it take to get an energy that would power this building?
What we look at is the appliances you have in that particular building, you understand, or the appliances you want to use on that inverter or solar system, you understand. So if let's say you want to use like the basic appliances we have, like TV, lightnings, and like fan or something like that. Let's say for a 3.5 kVA now, so you need about 8 panels, you understand, like so you get like so it's boost the battery well, like so the battery could charge well, you understand, like we're talking about like you're trying to reduce the timing, like how do I put it, like you're trying to get the get an optimum output, you understand, within the shortest time frame, you understand, because the sun up there, the sun up there, we have day and night, you understand. So within the numbers,
the 12 hours
exactly, that we have for day, and I mean the weather could be unstable, like sometimes during that. So within that short period, like what you can quickly get to store, you understand. So that's just it.
Okay, so what's the cost implication like for this kind of facility?
Okay. You know, as we all know, this is Nigeria. Like, you know, like the exchange rate and everything about solar. I mean, you know, Nigeria is in the third world, so everything about solar, like the whole component, is being imported. You understand? So it all depends on the exchange rate because prices keep changing every day. You understand? But on the long run, I think it's something that would, you know, like save you, like, you know, sound like, you know, like save you some money, like, you know, having to, you know, run generator, probably diesel generator, petrol generator, whatever, you understand, or even paying exorbitant, you know, each electricity bills, so just like discos and stuff like that. So that's just it.
I hear it's very expensive when you want to outrightly go and obtain it.
Yeah.
But in the long run, I hear it's also cost effective.
Yeah, sure.
So can you talk to us about it?
Okay. It's expensive, but you just have to cut your coat according to your size. You understand? That's where the size, like the capacity you want, comes in. You understand? So if it's just to, you know, I mean, like,
For just
you know,
my
get your
fan
lights
and
and
my
find
refrigerator?
TV, no, TV. You understand?
Okay.
So that one, in fact, 1 kVA, it starts from 1 kVA to 1.5, to 2.5, 3, 3.5, you understand? So let's say, okay, you have a 3-bedroom now, and probably you just want to, you know, power your lights, the lights in your house, your fan, and let's say a TV set, and probably other mineral stuff like, you know, to charge your laptops or your phones. A 2.5 kVA should be okay for you, and it now depends if you want to add solar to it or you just want to use inverter alone. You understand? Because the inverter alone, which means you still have to rely on government light to charge the battery. You understand? But if you're doing solar, then it means, like, in fact, you might not even. I mean, like, you might not even, like, you don't. In fact, you don't need to wait for, you know, NEPA to bring light, because the panels will actually do its work, you understand, in daytime to charge the batteries and stuff like that. So in fact, you can even go totally off grid. We have some customers that gone like totally off grid. In fact, one was even saying sometimes last year, like this discos, they called him, like they were like, you have a meter and it's been over a year you've not charged on your meter, what happened? So it was not like you can come to my house to see. Yes, so when they came here and they saw, like, he just took them to his to where the batteries were installed. You understand? It was just like, I've gone solar, so I don't have to rely on you guys. So they felt disappointed anyway, and they left. So that's just the.
So what's the cost implication for that kind of small facility you just want to run?
Okay, for a 1 kVA, for a 1 kVA solar, you understand, like solar inverter, so let's say about 800K.
Wow.
800K then, but without, if you don't want the solar, like just the inverter system alone, talking about like 500,000 to 600K. That's just it. And again, it also depends on the kind of this thing you want, like it depends on the application you're using it for, you understand? So that will determine the type of battery, you understand, because we have different batteries, you understand? So, and each battery has its own, you know, like its own advantage, you understand? Like there are some that their lifespan, you understand, could take up to 10 years, you understand? While some are just average of 2 to 5 years, you understand?
What's the cost of the battery?
The battery, okay. We have different batteries. We have a lithium-ion battery. We have a lead acid, you understand. We have tubular, you understand. So, but the least, or the cheapest rather, is a lead acid. So that one, for a 12-volt, 200 amps lead acid battery, you can get it for, you know, because of the, you know, unstable rates now, you can get that one for, let's say, 300,000, you understand. And the most expensive, which is on the high side, is the lithium-ion battery, you understand. An example of a lithium-ion battery is like something you have in your phone, like the battery in your phone or laptops or all this. And so that one is on the high side. That one, the least you can get for, like, let's say, like from 2.5 million upward, you understand? Wow. Yeah, for 10 kilowatt hour lithium-ion battery.
So that one can last for how long? What's the lifespan?
10 years. At least 10 years for lithium-ion batteries, you understand? So one of the advantages of lithium-ion batteries, you can use it from 100% to 0. And when you want to charge it, it's going to pick from that 0 back to 100. But It's not the same thing on with lead acid battery. You understand? Like lead acid battery, once you get to like something like 20-30% downward, you understand? That's why the inverter will short the system. You understand? So because once you get to like let's say 15% down, then it's going to kill the battery. So you just have to like boost the battery again, stuff like that. So and it's on the it's going to affect the cycle life of the battery. You understand? So that's just they have different.
So on a demand level, which do you think people
lead
go
acid,
for?
Of course, because that's most affordable and most available. You understand? So that's just it with the lead acid battery.
Okay. So looking at it from that angle, what other thing are you also doing as an IT expert?
Yeah, smart home systems, then CCTV installation, services like maintenance and stuff like that. So.
So talk to us about smart homes. What are
smart
homes?
home. Okay, smart home, because I'm this tech savvy person. Like smart home is just like, let me just give you like a simple example. Smart home is okay like you're right here in your workplace now. You want to know what's happening in your house. Probably like what's your energy consumption rate, or what is working, or probably you got clothes in your washing machine. You understand? Like you want to control it. Okay, like after like you want to wash it now. You understand? Stuff like that. Or you want to know the temperature or what's happening in your home. You understand? So it has to do with I mean installing technologies in your home. You understand? That will make your home more comfortable for you. You understand? So like starting from having CCTV cameras to be able to monitor every angle and everywhere in your home. Then having a smart system, like getting to your home, like you don't have to use this key, like this key that you have to turn and stuff. So with your Face ID or just your fingerprints, then your door opens. Then down to your kitchen, like from your smartphone, you can monitor the temperature in your refrigerator. You understand? Like if you wanted to, like probably you want to conserve energy, you can even turn it off from your phone. Then set the time it's going to pick up back, stuff like that. And I mean, even then to your bedroom, control the lightnings. You understand? Even from your bedroom, you can control the whole room. You understand? Like probably you have a visitor outside or at the gate. You understand? So from your bedroom, like you have a tab where you can see who's at the door. You understand? Before you grant access, stuff like that. So that's what a smart home is all about.
So everything you control it from your smartphone.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so now looking at it from that angle, I'm looking at the cost effectiveness of it. Okay. How expensive is it? Because it is not the usual everyday lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk to us about that.
Yeah, everything depends on the exchange rate. To be honest,
why is everything hinged on exchange rate?
Because they are imported. Like all these components or materials, they're all imported.
So like, you don't have them
manufacture. We don't manufacture them yet. Like we don't manufacture them. That's the truth. Although there's this company that that started like locally. Yeah, you understand. I started manufacturing this smart door locks. You understand, the fingerprint. But if you look at it, to be very honest, the components that they used to bring that stuff like were still imported. So like they just came to do kind of like an assembling. Yeah, you understand. So on the if you were to look at it, if we were to be honest, they've been imported. So you understand. So it depends on the exchange rate. But
so what's the face value?
But then if you're looking at the comfortability, you will not. If it's something that you can afford, you will not even mind the cost effective.
So talking about the cost.
For a smart home, it depends. But for smart home, it starts from let's say 3 million naira upward, and it depends on the features you want.
You can't get anything within $1 million.
No, at all. Except if you just want to do one and leave the other. But they all work hand in hand. You understand? Like it's just you being.
What if I just want to do for my door, for the entrance door?
For your door, we have different smart door locks. You understand? So, but I think the least you can get now it's 200,000-300,000. You understand?
What feature comes with it?
Okay, your fingerprint, a smart card. And it also has a button, you understand, and I think a Face ID. Then, in case of emergency, like probably the stuff isn't working, like the smart lock isn't
or
working,
maybe
or
the building gets ablaze,
No, like let's say there's no power or something, you understand. So there's a way you can use the key. Like you just have to open a knob and use it. Has its own key too, but just one key. You understand? That one is just for emergency purpose. Like probably there's no power in the building and you need to, like, you know, access your house or stuff like that.
So that's like electric enabled.
Yeah, because you know, like it has a battery. It has its own battery, but let's just say, like, you know, electrical fault or something, like, you know, anything that has to do with electronics, like, it's not 100% guaranteed.
So if you have children in that particular apartment, how can it be of use to them? I'm talking about minors.
Okay.
So how
that's what I said. It has a key, like the way you turn your traditional, you know, lock systems. You understand? So
that means children cannot actually operate it when you're not there.
They can.
Okay.
I mean, like, you just have to, like, you know, activate probably their finger, like their fingers on it for the finger, like for the fingerprint.
It takes
ID.
multiple fingers.
Yeah, sure. Like, I think as much as 10 or so.
Oh,
then
good.
Face to same thing, like different faces. Like, you just have to, like, activate it to it. You understand? Then it also has a button. You understand? Okay, let's say you don't want to use your fingerprint or your face ID. You can also use the buttons to press the pin to unlock.
So what does it take to install those things from your end?
Like, are you talking about the cost?
Yeah, the cost implication.
And like I said, like the cheapest smart door lock you can get now is between the range of 200-300,000, like, or let's say 200-250-300,000. You understand?
That's
so
for the product.
For the door, yeah, for the product.
Okay, so installing.
Installation, well, installation. Let's say you charge like as low as 20K. You understand?
So what's the demand
depending on
for
the
it?
number of.
So what's the demand for it? What's the demand? Do you have a market
for it? It's quite
high,
yeah, sure, but you know, like, you know, like, it's just that, you know, like homes that, like, or let me just say houses that use this smart home system. You know, they are houses that are, you know, like luxury. You understand? Like that deals with luxury. You understand? So basically, most of the times we get this thing from a island. You understand? Because we have, you know, bigger luxury homes there. You understand? Like, so it just depends on how comfortable you want to feel with your home. So that's just it.
Are there some disadvantages to it aside from the electrical issue?
No, nope. It's still the same work your traditional mechanical door lock we do that.
Now, disadvantage I mean is that can someone not play a smart one on you?
No,
perhaps
it's not possible.
for issues that have to do with theft and all that?
No, it's not possible.
Really?
It's not possible. I think some of them have alarm system, you understand, like in case you're trying to, like, force yourself in or something, then to trigger the alarm. So everything is still, that's why I said they all work hand in hand, you understand. So if you have a complete smart home system, now if someone is trying to break into your home, you understand,
or
from
can't
that
the person come with another device that can
no, it won't
in any way counter what you
it's
already
not possible.
have
It's just like you telling me someone is trying to open your phone. A phone that has a password or probably like a Face ID or something like that, you understand, it won't open, you understand, it won't open. So in that case, if you have a complete, you know, smart system installed in your house, then it will trigger the alarm, you understand. So that's just it. And even from your phone, you get a notification that something is happening somewhere. So with that, if you have a CCTV, then you'll be able to view, okay, from what angle, okay, from the main entrance, and you'll be able to view whoever it is, then you know you do the next thing, like probably you call the security agents, or probably you're not at home, so you call the police or something, like, or call the nearest place, like probably your neighbor or something to help you check on what's happening, so stuff like that. So
all right, so for this brand, you run a business, I guess.
Yeah.
So what are some of the job opportunities that youths out there can take advantage of by applying in your organization? What are some of the, you know, jobs that you think they can do, you know, to take advantage of? What are the jobs opportunity aside from doing it as a business?
Okay. There are a lot of opportunities anyway. There are a lot of opportunities. Let's talk about the solar thing. Like, the demand for solar and inverter system installation is getting high. Like, it's increasing, you understand? Because I think the Minister for Power, sometimes I think early this year, because I'm conversant with national dailies, you understand, like I read newspaper most often, you understand. So I think on the paper, sometimes earlier in January, you understand, it was like the electricity we use, sorry, I'm diverging.
No, you're
it was like point. The electricity we use, like the federal government has been subsidizing it for us. That they're looking at second quarter of this year, they're going to shut it off, just like what happened with subsidy of like the subsidy removal for fuel last year. You understand? So which means the implication is okay. Which means these discos we now have to charge based on probably the current exchange rate. You understand? So, and if that should come into place, in fact, to get to a point that when you know the usual NEPA we use, like when NEPA brings, like you rather use your gem because you be like NEPA is now more expensive than, you understand. So the demand is increasing, and of course, so as a young person or probably I mean like somebody who loves technology, you understand, or who loves to prefer solutions to things, you understand. So you can, I mean, you can just, you know, go into, you know, solar and inverter system installations, you understand, and you make a good living out of it.
Now, let's talk about some areas of the economy, like in some states that are trying to go completely 24 hours electricity supply. It means that your industry will suffer in that area, isn't it? For instance, in Abia State now, where electricity now is beginning to gain stability in Aba, for instance. So are you saying that you guys will be out of business?
I disagree. You know why? Because even with the 24 hours power in Aba, like you said, like I've forgotten the name of that plant. I read it
the geometric power.
Even with that one, you still have to pay. But one thing about
you pay for it, yes, of course.
One thing about ours is it's free. You don't pay anybody for the sun, for the sunlight or radiation, or so you're not paying anybody for it.
Don't you think someday?
So once you get it,
once
you get your solar system, it's yours forever.
Okay. So now I want to bust your bubbles because I heard, I don't know how true it is, that even those who, for instance, do pipe bore waters by themselves, they dig pipe bore waters. Government now want to make sure they meter those pipe bore waters. Now,
I don't think that will be in the nearest future, because
this now tells you that even what you think to be free can also be monitored or what's the word to use, regulated by the government. Perhaps a tax could come from it in the future. Don't you think so?
I disagree.
Why do you disagree?
On the case of the borehole you mentioned as an example, you understand?
Because one would think that, okay, I have dug my borehole, I am free.
You know, I'm going to disagree with that. The government themselves, they don't have like a data, like
capture it.
No, like they don't have a data to show, okay, the number of boreholes we have so far. You understand? So borehole is just something that once you just get the site, you just call these people to drill for you and that. So like, I think in Lagos State you have to like get a permission or something like that from Ministry of Planning or something. But like if you look at
by that, don't you think they will get data?
Well, maybe we'll get there soon.
We'll get there soon. Okay, so
when
bring
it comes
it back
to solar, I don't think because in fact we are still even behind. Like I mean, we are first world countries like, you know, United States, China. I mean, these people have gone. In fact, they've gone gigawatts. You understand? The highest this thing we have in Nigeria, solar installation we have in Nigeria is in Kano State. I think about 10 megawatts or thereabout, and I think that's the only one we have, except for probably like all these domestic ones, or probably, you know, the ones. The highest commercial one we have, it's in Kano State, about 10 megawatts, and so many countries are doing gigawatts and stuff. So I mean, they are ahead of us right now. You understand? So, and I don't think there's anything that would make any sensible government to come and say, okay, we want to, you know, regularize, you know, solar system usage or something like that. No, it's not possible. Like no sensible government would do that. It's not possible.
All right, Oladile, it's a pleasure having you on the show.
Same here.
Thank you so much for your time. All right, the show continues shortly after this time. Please don't go nowhere.